Most people live like puppets, pulled by the strings of other people's words, actions, and opinions. A single comment can ruin their mood. A small rejection can break their confidence. A bit of criticism can send them into self-doubt. Why? Because they give others too much power. They allow the outside world to dictate their inner world. The truth is, no one can touch you emotionally unless you let them. No one can disturb your peace unless you give them access. You suffer not because of what people say or do, but because of how you react to it. The first step to becoming untouchable is to understand that your emotions are yours alone. No one else should have control over them. The mindset shift that changes everything. The moment you stop seeking validation from others, the moment you stop letting external events dictate your mood, that is the moment you become free. Most people live in a reactive state. They are like leaves in the wind. Wherever the wind blows, they go. They react to everything around them. Someone insults them, they feel hurt. Someone disagrees with them, they feel defensive. Someone ignores them, they feel unimportant. But those who are untouchable operate differently. They don't react, they respond. They don't absorb negativity, they observe it. They don't get offended, they remain unmoved. And because of this, they hold all the power. Why people try to pull you down? People will always try to test you. Some will criticize you, some will disrespect you, some will try to make you feel small. Not because there is something wrong with you, but because of their own insecurities. Understand this. People can only hurt you from a position of weakness. Strong, confident, self-assured individuals do not waste their energy trying to bring others down. Only those who feel powerless seek to control others. And the moment you realize this, their words lose all meaning. Their actions lose all power over you, because you finally see the truth. They are not strong. They are not superior. They are not in control. They are desperate for a reaction. And when you refuse to give them what they want, when you remain calm, when you do not react, you win. Every time. The power of emotional detachment. Emotional detachment is not about being cold or heartless. It's about knowing what deserves your energy and what doesn't. It's about recognizing that most things simply do not matter. Imagine a king sitting on his throne. Do you think he reacts every time someone speaks against him? No. Because he understands his power. He understands that his energy is too valuable to waste on meaningless noise. You must develop the same mindset. Stop giving your emotions away so easily. Not everything deserves your response. Not everyone deserves access to your thoughts. Guard your mind like a fortress. When you master this, you will walk through life untouchable, unshaken by the world around you. Your first step towards becoming untouchable. From this moment forward, promise yourself one thing. You will no longer allow yourself to be controlled by external forces. Next time someone insults you, stay calm. Next time someone disrespects you, smile and walk away. Next time someone tries to pull you down, remind yourself, it's not about you, it's about them. The stronger you become mentally, the weaker their influence over you. This is the foundation of becoming untouchable, and in the next section you will discover exactly why people try to control you and how to break free from their grip forever. Stay with me. Your transformation has just begun. Have you ever noticed how some people always have something negative to say? How they try to make you feel small, weak, or unworthy? Have you ever wondered why they do this? It's not because you're wrong. It's not because you're not good enough. It's because they want control. Human psychology is simple. People who lack control over themselves seek to control others. When someone insults you, belittles you, or tries to manipulate you, they are not showing strength. They are revealing their weakness. They are exposing their own insecurities. A confident person doesn't need to put others down. A strong person doesn't need to control anyone. Only those who feel powerless inside crave dominance over others. They want to see you react. They want to see you doubt yourself. They want to feel like they have influence over your emotions. But here's the truth. They only succeed if you let them. The psychology of manipulation, most people don't attack you out of hatred. They attack you because they want something from you, a reaction, validation, or submission. A critic wants to feel smarter than you. A bully wants to feel stronger than you. A manipulator wants to feel in control of you. It has nothing to do with you. It's about them, their fears, their insecurities, their desperate need for significance. Once you understand this, their words lose all weight. You no longer take insults personally. You no longer feel the need to argue, explain, or prove yourself, because you see the game for what it is, a weak attempt to control you. How to break free from their influence. Stop feeding them your energy. The only way to win is not to play their game. When you refuse to react, they lose all power over you. When you stay calm in the face of provocation, you become untouchable. They speak, but you remain unmoved. They try to offend, but you do not respond. They seek control, but you give them nothing. And in that moment, you become truly free. Imagine a life where nothing disturbs your peace. No insult shakes your confidence. No rejection weakens your spirit. No opinion makes you question yourself. This is emotional independence. The ability to control your inner world no matter what happens outside of you. Most people are emotionally dependent. They let others dictate how they feel. A compliment makes them happy. A criticism makes them insecure. They are prisoners of external validation. But here's the truth. If someone else can control how you feel, they own you. True power comes when you detach your emotions from external forces. You stop being a puppet to people's opinions. You stop reacting to negativity. You stop needing approval. You take back control. Why emotional dependency makes you weak? If your happiness depends on people treating you well, what happens when they don't? If your confidence depends on others recognizing your worth, what happens when they ignore you? If your inner peace depends on the world being kind, what happens when it's cruel? The world will not always be fair. People will not always be kind. And if your emotions are tied to the outside world, you will always be at the mercy of things you cannot control. Emotionally weak people suffer because they expect respect, they expect kindness, they expect fairness, and when they don't get it, they break. But those who are emotionally independent expect nothing, and because of that, nothing can hurt them. How to build emotional independence? Stop seeking validation. If you know your worth, you don't need others to confirm it. Detach from opinions. People's words reflect them, not you. Control your reactions. The less you react, the more power you hold. Accept reality. The world owes you nothing. And that's a good thing. When you no longer depend on others to feel strong, confident, or worthy, you become untouchable. No one can shake what they do not control. And from that moment on, your emotions belong to you alone. Why do so many people feel trapped? Why do they hesitate to speak their minds, chase their dreams, or stand up for themselves? It's because they are addicted to approval. They crave acceptance. They fear rejection. They shape their lives around what others think. And in doing so, they hand over their power. But here's the hard truth. Seeking approval makes you weak. It keeps you dependent. It keeps you controlled. And worst of all, it makes you betray yourself just to fit in. Why approval is a trap? The human brain is wired for social survival. In ancient times, rejection from the tribe meant death. This is why people fear disapproval. It triggers a deep, primal instinct. But today, this fear is irrational. You don't need anyone's approval to survive. You don't need permission to be yourself. And yet, most people still act like they do. They silence their opinions to avoid conflict. They dress, speak, and act to fit others' expectations. They hesitate to take risks because they fear judgment. And in the end, they live a life that isn't even theirs. How to break free from the need for approval? Accept that not everyone will like you, and that's okay. Trying to please everyone is a losing game. Stop apologizing for who you are. You don't owe anyone an explanation for being yourself. Redefine rejection. It's not a sign of failure. It's proof that you're standing for something real. Ask yourself, if no one's opinion mattered, what would I do? Then do exactly that. The moment you stop seeking approval, you become unstoppable. You no longer hesitate. You no longer hold back. You no longer let the world tell you who you should be. And when you reach that point, no one can control you ever again. Why do people try to get a reaction out of you? Why do they push your buttons, insult you, or try to make you feel small? It's because your reaction is their reward. The moment you respond with anger, frustration, or insecurity, they win. They gain control over your emotions. They prove that they have power over you. But when you refuse to react, you take that power back. Why reacting makes you weak? Most people live on autopilot. The moment they are insulted, they react with anger. The moment they are ignored, they feel hurt. The moment they are criticized, they feel the need to defend themselves. But here's the truth. Reaction is weakness. Control is strength. When you react, you are being controlled. You are letting someone else dictate your mood, your energy, and your peace. You are letting them decide how you feel, and that is the ultimate form of slavery. How to master the art of not reacting? Pause before responding. When someone provokes you, take a deep breath. Give yourself space to think. See the game for what it is. They want a reaction. If you give it to them, you feed their power. Detach emotionally. Their words do not define you. Their opinions do not shape your reality. Choose silence over conflict. Sometimes the strongest response is no response at all. The power of silence. Nothing frustrates a manipulator more than silence. Nothing disarms an aggressor more than indifference. When you stop reacting, you stop giving away your energy. You stop being a puppet in someone else's game. They insult you. You remain calm. They criticize you. You smile. They try to control you. You walk away. And in that moment, you win. Because nothing is more powerful than a person who cannot be shaken. The most powerful voice in your life is not the one coming from others. It's the one inside your own head. It shapes how you see yourself. It decides whether you rise or fall. And yet, most people let this voice work against them. They repeat the insults they've heard. They replay the doubts that others have planted. They let their fears speak louder than their potential. But here's the truth. If you don't control your inner dialogue, someone else will. Why your thoughts control your reality? Your mind believes what you tell it. If you constantly think, I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed, or people don't respect me, your brain accepts those thoughts as facts. And once that belief takes root, it controls everything. Your confidence, your actions, and your entire life. But the opposite is also true. When you start feeding your mind with strength, confidence, and self-respect, everything changes. You no longer seek approval. You no longer doubt yourself. You no longer allow negativity to take hold. How to reprogram your mind. Catch negative thoughts instantly. The moment a self-doubt or insecurity enters your mind, stop it. Refuse to let it grow. Replace it with power. Instead of thinking, I can't handle this, say, I am in control. Instead of, what if they don't like me? Say, their opinion is irrelevant to my self-worth. Repeat strength daily. Just like training a muscle, your mind needs repetition. Speak confidence, power, and resilience into yourself every day. Detach from the voice of fear. Not every thought deserves your attention. If a thought weakens you, discard it like trash. Becoming untouchable from the inside out, external attacks mean nothing when your inner world is unshakable. No insult can break you if you don't accept it. No rejection can wound you if you don't take it personally. No challenge can defeat you if your mind is trained for strength. Control your inner dialogue and you control your destiny. And when you master your mind, no one, absolutely no one, can touch you. Some battles are not worth fighting. Some people are not worth your energy. Some situations do not deserve your attention. But most people don't realize this. They argue, they defend, they explain, wasting time on things that do not matter. But here's the truth. Walking away is not weakness, it is power. When you walk away, you send a message. I do not need to prove myself to anyone. You show that you are in control, that you